mirror shadow of what was once great.
Before it's too late, we claim your place. Empires more to protect your DNA. We trace the code, blockchain nodes, gold standards. Immortal soul, blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. This switching the boards, it's not checking his chest. Put the fame to shame. Remember your name, call me Kurt. Choctaw on my veins, escape the labs, erase the fabs. No more silent cries. I see the snakes in the grass. People despise us, right inside us.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Content Kurt, back again with critical thinking. I know I told you guys I had some components for you guys to watch out for, especially when you're dealing with these narcissist type people out there. Remember, critical thinking is always key to identifying some of these people that you may meet out here in your lifetime, man. One of the most important things I'm gonna talk about is gonna be the eye contact. A lot of times when you're dealing with certain narcissist type people, they tend to look away when you're talking to them. They avoid eye contact. You may be telling them something very important, something that may be helpful, something that may be important to you. They're looking away. They avoid eye contact, or they're trying to tell you something. They're never looking you in your eye. They can't stand it. There's something inside of them that won't let them look at you. You know, and you need to pay attention to that. That's one of the main key factors when you're dealing with these narcissist type people. This is all part of your analytics. You know, you gathering the information. When you identify these narcissists, this is one of the main things you're going to see. They're going to resist you on eye contact. You have some that can look you in your face too. So it's some kind of thin line, but you have to put all these components together. And if they're doing multiple of these components I'm going over with you today, if they're doing a couple of them, not just one, if they're doing like 3, 4, or 5 of these different things while you're talking to them and holding a conversation with them, and you're identifying each one of them while you're talking to them, 9 times out of 10, you're probably dealing with a narcissist. And narcissists, I'm here to tell you, they mean you no good. All they have is for themselves. They're totally about self and what you can do for them. That's something you guys need to know. All they're concerned about is what you can do for them. That's it. They'll come on and paint their face. They'll put on this whole story for you just to gain your trust. When they know they got you, then they got you. But don't worry, I'm gonna walk you through these steps. It's gonna be important, you know. Do your own research too, you know. Don't just go by what I'm telling you. You know, this I'm telling you through my experiences, my analysis, the data that I gathered during my lifetime, things that I've seen and I feel that may help you. But you do your own research, you know. It's very important. Very, very important. Next thing, only thing is meeting new people. They can't stand meeting new people. They're not social people. A lot of times they're not social. They'll put on the front like they're sociable, but they don't really want to meet new people. They want to keep it close. They want to keep the people that they're in the process of manipulating. They want to keep them close. Anytime you introducing new people to them, they tend to keep their distance. They don't want to deal with them like that. They just don't. That's how narcissists work. They can't stand meeting new people, ever. You know, unless it's on their terms. If they're coming to it on their terms and they controlling the situation, they're all for it. But you can't be introducing them to no new people. You know, they're not gonna have that. They're not gonna have that at all. You know, one of the next things you're gonna notice about a narcissist, they have this sense of, I don't know, like a silent resistance. You know, you may be sitting there talking to them and you be trying to hold a conversation with them, tell them about something going on with your life or something that may be important to you. They have this thing where they may turn away. You see their lips moving, or they'll be like, okay, whatever. And they're not really into what you're saying. They're standoff. They may have their arms crossed, and you see it like they're sometimes agitated, but they're there. They're still engaged, but they're not engaged, you know? They have this silent resistance. You have to pay attention to that. That's another key factor when you're dealing with these narcissists. I'm telling you, they are some of the most ruthless people, and they don't care anything about you. I can't stress that enough. Critical thinking, this is information that you guys are going to have to be able to identify. You know, you're going to be able to identify. Trust me, you will. The more you practice it, the more you see these things, you're going to be able picking up quick. Trust me, you're gonna be able to pick this stuff up real quick. Incongruence. More of the same thing. They're not trying to. You'll be talking to them, and they'll be like, instead of just answering you yes and looking you directly in your face, they'll be doing like this, yeah. And you'll see their head or something. It'll be moving like in a gesture of no. They'll be saying yes out their mouth, but they'll be like shaking their head no, or they'll be off to the side looking and being all, like I said earlier, aggravated and incongruence, man. They really don't want to be listening to what you're talking about. But they're saying yes out their mouth, but they're showing you something totally different. The reason why I'm saying this, everybody, because remember, in language, when we're talking communication, we only communicate 7% out of as vocal out of our mouth. Only 7%. The other 93% is body language. Gestures, the way you move, the way you scratch your eyes, the way you do everything is 93% of the rest of your communication is through body language and gestures. You only communicate 7% out your mouth. So if you pay attention to them, they're going to show, you're going to pick their stuff up, what they're doing right away. And you're going to be able to master it, you know? Like I said, do your own research and you're going to find a lot of this stuff to be true. Okay, I'm just here to help you pick up some of the key components when you're dealing with these people, you know? Next, you could be going through something in your life. You could have a sad end. Very sad. You could be telling somebody, point your heart out to them. They have this sense fake of empathy. They have no empathy at all to what you're going through or what somebody in your family is going through or something that happened to you. They show no interest. You sometimes have to ask them, hey, did you hear what I said? What I was explaining to you? They'll be like, oh yeah, I heard you, right, you know. But they don't care. They really don't care. They have no empathy at all. Zero empathy, you know. And you know what? That's, to me, when it comes to dealing with people and human beings, that's one of the most important things. If a person don't have this heart, if they can't have empathy for you, that's something serious that you need to work with. You need to really work with identifying these people, man, because they mean you no good, man. They mean you no good. If you could tell them something that's going on in your life and they have no care at all about what you're going through, you need to be cautious. You need to be very cautious, you know, because it's not right. You need to remove those people from your life. You're worth more than that. I'm telling you, Content Kurt, I'm telling you, you're worth more than that. I love my life, and I know you love your life, you know, and I don't even know half you guys out there, but if you have some type of heart and you care for people, man, I love you, you know, because I love people that love people, you know, and they're sincere, they mean it from the heart, not just they're moving their mouth, but they're saying something totally different with their eyes and their hand gestures and everything. You can pick up on these things, I'm telling you. Just pay close attention. Critical thinking. Right now, you're going to be collecting data for your analytics. Right now, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be picking up all these things. They show no empathy. Just remember that, what I said. They show no empathy whatsoever. And then they're not interested. They're not interested in anything that you're saying. You could be going over your whole life story. They're not interested at all unless it benefits them. Unless it benefits them, you know? Tears of a clown. They don't care. They don't care at all, you know, unless it benefits them. Watch them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all, and you shouldn't either. Be careful. Next thing I want to talk to you about, they do this type of thing when you're dealing with them. They have this way they touch their face when they're talking. They'll do something like this, and they're agitated. You're talking to them, they get real agitated. Why? One thing, because they're not controlling the situation. They don't like the fact that you're talking and you're telling them, and they whole time they want to control the situation. They don't want you to be telling them how things are going. They want to be able to have things in their own way. They want to control their own circle. They really don't like people. Narcissists really don't like being around people. They want their distance, you know. Only if you can help them, that's when they want you around. Then once they're through with you, they throw you away, you know. These are people you don't want in your life, you know. Next, and one of the most important things, they distant. They love keeping a distance. Like I was saying earlier, they want to be distant from people. They want to distant family members. So if you're dealing with someone and they don't want you to communicate like with your brothers, your sisters, your mother, your father, your other friends, and it's just these are people you might have known all your life, but you've met this person and now they're trying to distance you from them, trying to get further and further and further away. They create these stories and scenarios, and they'll even lie to the point of having you to believe that your friends or your family are doing things just to create a distance, because they don't already, majority of the time, they don't even have relationships with their own family. A lot of times they don't even care about their own family or friends. That's why majority of them don't have them, but once they got that one person that they can manipulate, they got it then. They got you then. You know people that you've loved, your friends and your family, your entire life, man. I mean, your entire life. You've had relationships with them and everything. Now, whether you're a male or female, listen to me closely. You get in a relationship with someone and they're telling you, oh, well, what if your mom did this? Or what if your dad did this? What would you do? I wouldn't put up with that. I don't have that in my life, so they're trying to create a distance between you and your family. Somebody that raised you, showed you how to be you. They're trying to create distance between you. Why? So they can have you all to themselves. And that's the continuing of the manipulation, because they know they don't want you to be around, because they don't want people to talk to you. They don't want family members, because family members sometimes can see what's going on. They can see a change in you. And they tell you, hey, what's going on, man? This don't look right. Are you okay? They're concerned about your safety, because your family really loves you. Your family loves you, But people, when these type of narcissists get a hold of your family members, or they get a hold of you, they're trying to create distance. Don't ever let nobody create distance between you, your family, or your friends, especially if you've known these people all your life and they've been by your side, because they try to create their own. Narcissists want to create their own family outside of your existing families, or your existing friends. You may have friends that's had your back your whole life, come to you like this in the drop of a dime. Family that come to you like this. Anytime you need them, they're there for you. But what their narcissists want to do, like I told you earlier, they want to separate you. They want to tell you, no, I'm your family. I got you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have your best interest in hand. Then they create all these scenarios where they make you feel like, oh, your friends or your family, they're not going to be there for you. Look what they're doing. And they come up with all these stories. They'll lie. And the one thing about a narcissist, man, they create these lies and they believe these lies to themselves, and they'll tell that same lie over and over and over again. They'll ride this lie out. They will hold on to it like a clenched fist, and they won't let it go. They'll hold them and hold them and hold them. But you know one thing about a lie? You can only hold it so long. So if you keep your distance from them, and let's say you wait, you don't talk about that story or whatever that situation was for like a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, and then you ask them about that same thing, what happened, 9 times out of 10, you're going to hear something different. You're going to hear something totally different. But I want you to remember what they're telling you then, even if you got to go write it down somewhere. Don't tell them nothing. Just write it down, what they just told you about your friend or your family. Write it down and tuck it away. You know what I'm saying? But then ask them about that 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe even a month later. Ask them about that same situation. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to hear something totally different. Want to know why it's different? Because it was a goddamn lie. That's right. It was a goddamn lie in the beginning. These people don't mean nothing good for you, man. They don't mean nothing good for you. I'm here for people. Here on Critical Thinking, I want everybody to get back to what it used to be. People say, well, it probably won't get back that way again. Look what's going on in the world, man. Nobody don't care. People don't look what's going on. You got people killing each other. You got robbery. You got rape. You got all this stuff. But it takes one. You have to start off somewhat. And if just you, me, myself, you, your friends, your family, people that can start making changes within themselves, because this change starts within you. You make that change yourself, and then slowly letting it expand outward to your friends and family, and then they start making changes. Share the information. When you hear this stuff on this video, when you hear, share it with your friends and family. Maybe it can help someone. Maybe it can even save somebody from a situation they're in. Maybe it's a daughter or a niece or someone. They're being mentally abused by these people. Whatever it is, if it helps them, man, I'm happy. That's all I want to do. I just want to be able to help people here on Critical Thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I got nothing but love for everybody, man. Nothing but love. That's it, for real. And I'm going to get back with you guys, you know? I'm going to get back with you, man, because I could go on forever, man. I could go on forever and ever about this stuff, man. But there are things coming down the pipeline that we need to pay attention to as far as with being dependent upon these certain things that's out here in the world and being independent. The importance of being independent, especially with critical thinking, it's going to play an important role in your life, man. Independency is a major component, one of the major components, man. Because if you're dependent, if you're independent and you don't need nothing from nobody, you can make your own thoughts and your own ideas, and you don't have a handout asking anybody for anything. It helps you be a better person. It helps you stand on your own 2 feet, and you can maneuver through this world a lot easier without when somebody give you something, they expect something from you in return. Always. They give you something, they're going to expect something from you in return. Guarantee that. Guarantee that. All right? But that's it for today. Like I said, I could go on with that, but I'm not going to. Hey, I'm Content Kurt. It's Critical Thinking. Always family love. All right? Peace.